Television City in Hollywood, it's Card Sharks. Here's the host of Card Sharks, Bob Eubanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, and hello, everybody. Thank you. Welcome to Card Sharks. We're going to have some fun this morning. This is the game where you can literally win a fortune on the turn of a single card. And to guarantee that our players get a fair deal, right now, I want you to welcome our two lovely Card Shark dealers, and here they are. Hi. Susanna Williams, Lacey Pemberton. Girls, if you would please go over there and start dealing out the cards. And we're going to pick it up from where we left off yesterday. We were in the middle of a game. And today it'll be Lacey dealing the red cards to our returning champion. Susanna will be dealing the blue cards in the bottom row to our new challenger. While they're doing that, let's meet our two Card Sharks. Here they come. Welcome back, gang. Hi, Mary Lee.
How you doing, Bob? I got to tell you, I'm a University of Minnesota grad, even though I haven't been too many classes lately, and the sun still hasn't come out. I have to have a tan when I go back.
Don't worry about it. You're going to be rich.
I hope so. I hope so.
How much have you won so far?
$2,600, I think.
$2,600. Not bad at all.
Not
However,
shabby.
there's a guy standing next to you who'd like to prevent all of that from happening, and this is your challenger, Chris. Hi, Chris.
That's right. How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
My name's Chris Shobe, and I'm still out in L.A., and I'm bartending for a living, and I'm trying to write screenplays right now.
You're going to give California a bad name with all those warm clothes. I mean, what's the temperature? It must be,
Warm
what,
clothes.
85 outside? There you are. You look very nice today.
Thank you.
All right, you ready to play? Okay, you both cut the cards backstage. I know you did that. Now, the object of our game is to work your way across the board by predicting whether each card is higher or lower than the one preceding it. And as you can see, we're in the middle of our second game in this match. Mary Lee won the first game. Our champion has, what, 4 cards to turn over to win this game, and our challenger needs but 1 card to turn over to win the game. And, Chris, you've got to win this game. You know that because the first contestant to win 2 games wins the match, plays the big money card. So let's see if you can't tie it up. Here we go. First high-low question of the day, and it goes to Mary Lee. Mary Lee, we surveyed, it's first of the day, but this is actually the second question of the game, or third question of the game, right? We surveyed 100 people, and we asked them, have you ever spent a night in jail? How many people admitted they have spent a night in jail?
Well, you know, Bob, I think there are going to be more people than you think who have spent a night in jail simply because of drunk driving arrests and petty misdemeanors, things like that. They like to dry you out.
Have you ever spent a night in jail?
No, I never have.
Either have I.
I'm a good girl. I would never do something like that.
Well, it doesn't mean you're bad if you spend a night in jail.
Well, no, that's true. I agree with that. But no, I've never been caught. How about that?
Oh, okay, that's better.
So I would say it's a pretty good number of people. I would say 43.
So you say 43 out of 100 people admitted that they spent a night in jail. Chris, will the actual number be higher or lower than that?
People aren't going to admit that type of stuff, even if they did, and it's got to be lower.
Lower
It's
than
gotta be
43.
lower.
If it is lower, you get the first shot at the cards. If it's not, Mary Lee will play the cards. The actual number of people who have spent a night in jail is 14. You're right, Chris. It was lower. Now, Chris, let me set the stage. Here's where you are. You froze at the 5 because you won the high-low question. You can change that 5 and play it out. If you win this game, you tie it up. So, you want to play the 5 or change it?
All right, I'm going to play that card.
Play the 5, all right.
And I'm going to go higher.
If it's higher than the 5, you win the game. It will be all tied up. It is higher than the 5. Absolutely. All right. Congratulations to you. You win $100. So Mary Lee has won 1 game. You've won 1 game. And now it's tiebreaker time. And now Lacey is going to start dealing out new cards. And remember, in the tiebreaker game, we only play with 3 cards with a maximum of 3 high-low questions. So good luck to both of you. And let's begin right now. Chris, we surveyed 100 bachelors. We asked them, does it bother you when a woman gives you instructions on your romantic technique? How many bachelors says it does bother them when a woman gives instructions? Well, good question.
That is a good question. I say it's going to hurt some male egos to say, that they're not doing something right.
Would that bother you?
Actually, no, it wouldn't bother me because I like to be able to learn how to please another woman, actually.
What if the girl said, get up and leave, Chris?
Well, then I'd go find somebody else.
Oh, I see. Okay.
She wouldn't be worth my
goodbye?
time, no. I'd say, now you made me forget the...
Oh, I'm sorry. How many bachelors says it does bother them when a woman gives them instructions and your face is red?
I'm embarrassed. It does bother them when they give them instructions. I'd say it's going to be a fairly high number. I'd say it's about 64.
64 out of 100 bachelors say that it would bother them if a lady gave them instructions on their romantic technique. Mary Lee, higher or lower than 64?
Well, I've never had to give instructions, and I haven't gotten instructions yet either. Let's keep my fingers crossed. So I'd say it's going to be a little bit higher, though, because I think those egos would be pretty
Think it'd be
shattered.
higher than 64. Yeah, I think it might be a little higher, too. Actual number of bachelors who said it bothers them when a woman gives instructions is 23. No, it was very much lower. I'll be darned. All right, Chris, here we go. Remember, tiebreaker game, only 3 cards. You win this game, you become our new champ. And here is your base card. It's a king.
All right. Lower.
Lower than the king. The card is a 3.
All right. Higher. Higher.
Higher than the 3. The card is a 6. We've got a new champion. All right. Congratulations to you, my friend. Mary Lee, another $100 today. You end up with $2,700. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now. Come here, Chris. Right over here. In a moment, we're going to give Chris a chance to win a fortune on the turn of a single card when we play the big money cards, and we'll do that right after this. Be right back. Welcome back to Card Sharks. Our young bartender, aspiring playwright, is now our champion. You get $200, but that's nothing. Wait till you see what's about to happen to you right now, my friend, because Suzanne and Lacey are going to start dealing out new cards from a brand new deck. And here's how we play our money cards. The $200 that you won is yours to keep no matter what happens. But now we're going to give you new money to bet with. We'll start you on the bottom line with $200. You bet your way across by calling off high and low cards. When you get to the second line, we'll add another $400 to your betting money. Bet your way across the line. Remember, minimum bets are $50 until you get to the top card. At that time, you must bet at least half of your earnings. You'll also have 3 opportunities to change any card you don't like. Suzanne is dealing out those 3 cards right now. So, very best of luck to you. I'd love to see you win thousands of dollars. Let's give him $200 to begin with. And remember, by the single turn of a card, you can turn that $200 into some $32,000 if the cards work right for you.
All right.
Hope they do. All right, here's your first card. It's a 2.
All right.
On your way.
$200 higher.
$200 higher. If another 2 comes up in the big money cards, it's just a push. No win, no loss. All right. Here it is. It's a 3.
All right.
$400.
400 higher.
Man's betting all of it that is higher than the 3. It's a 7. You got 800. You
change that card.
Change the 7. Which one you want? 1, 2, or 3?
Number 2.
Okay, the 7 now becomes a king.
All right.
Yes, with $800.
I'm gonna bet all of it lower.
All of it, $800, and it's lower than the king. Your card is a 4.
All right.
You've got $1,600. We're going to give you another $400. You're at $2,000. And that becomes your base up here now.
All right. I'm gonna keep that card.
How much you want to bet of the $2,000?
I'll bet 1,500 higher.
1,500. That is higher than the 4. It's an 8.
All right.
You've got $3,500.
I'm gonna bet all of it lower.
For $7,000. It's an 8.
right.
Yeah. Now, you got the 8 and 2 cards to change
I'm gonna
if you
change
want.
that card. Number 3 card.
Number 3. Let's see what the 8 will become now. The 8 is now a deuce.
All right. I'm gonna bet all of it higher.
For $14,000.
All right.
This now comes up here, my friend. You have $14,000.
I'm gonna bet all of it lower.
This is for $28,000. Yeah! He says, oh my God. And we'll be back in just a moment to talk to our champion and meet a new challenger.
What may be with Consumer Cellular?
And let's meet a lady that did just that. Bring in our next challenger, please. Aren't you pretty?
Oh, thank you.
Hi, Laura.
Hi, Bob. How are you today?
I'm just fine. I'm excited for
good.
Chris there. He won 28
Me too.
grand.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
My name is Laura Lasky, and I'm, besides being a mother, I also sell advertising space on school book covers to fund drug programs all throughout Southern
What
California.
a good idea. That's just great.
It's a lot
And
of
you're a
fun.
mom?
Yes.
You don't look old enough to be a mom.
Thank you.
All right. Well, you know how to play our game. I know you cut the cards backstage.
Yes.
And now, Lacey's dealing out new cards from a brand new deck. We'll start this match between you and Chris. And we'll begin with Chris, our returning champion. Chris, you ready?
I'm ready.
Big deep breath. Here we go. We surveyed 100 third grade boys and we asked them, have you already picked out the girl you hope to marry? How many third grade boys have already picked her out?
Well, I think it's got to be a low number. I think they may fantasize, but I don't know about marriage at third grade.
Yeah, I was going to marry Jeanette when I was in the third grade.
Third grade. I was going to marry my teacher. I'd say it's got to be a fairly low number. I'd say probably about 37.
37 out of 100 third grade boys have already picked her out. Laura, higher or lower than 37?
I think that third grade boys are very romantic. And they watch their parents and they really want to get married at third grade. It's fourth grade that they change their mind. So I think it's going to be a little higher.
You may be right. I was engaged when I was in the third grade. The actual number of third grade boys who have picked out the girl they hope to marry is 65. You're right, Laura. It was higher. Okay, Laura, you won the high-low question, which means you can change this base card if you want to. Let's see if you want to or not. The card is a 9.
Could we please change that
yes,
card?
we can. We'll change that 9. It now becomes an 8. And now you got to play.
Lower, please.
Lower than the 8. The card is a 10, not lower than the 8. And that means that Chris gets a free shot at the cards. Chris, you can't change yours. And the base card you have to play off is a queen, but then why
I'll
not?
take a lower card.
Lower than the queen. The card's a 3.
All right, I'll take a higher.
Higher than the 3. The card's a 6. Play a freeze. All right. Going to freeze it right there. That way, if he wins the next high-low question, he may be able to change that 6. And we'll go to that high-low question right now. It goes to our challenger, Laura. We surveyed 100 married women. You can relate to this. We ask them, when a girlfriend tells you a secret and makes you promise not to tell anyone, do you tell your husband anyway?
Oh.
How many married women tell their husband the secret anyway? Even though the girlfriend says, Lauren, I don't tell.
Well, I hope none of my girlfriends are watching, but I usually do.
Can't beat that pillow talk, can you?
it's tough not to tell your husband. 45.
You're telling me that 45 tell their husband the secret
Yeah.
anyway. 45 out of 100.
Yeah.
Chris, higher or lower than 45?
I say married wives have very little secrets from their husbands, except for maybe a couple things. But I think it's going to be higher.
So you're telling me married women, how many married women tell their husbands a secret anyway? She says 45. You think it's going to be higher than that?
I think it's going to be higher than that.
All right.
Yeah.
The actual number of married women who tell their husband the secret anyway is 43. Was not higher, just a little bit lower. All right, Laura, now you can get rid of that 8 if you want to.
Please.
All right, take care of it. Here it goes. The 8 now becomes a 6, and you got to play.
Higher.
Higher than the 6. The card is a 7. Play or freeze?
I think I'll freeze.
Freeze right there. By doing so, you keep Chris away from the cards. And we've got another question. Chris, here we go. We surveyed 100 women, and we asked them, do you kiss with your eyes open or closed? How many women kiss with their eyes open?
Well, speaking from experience, I think most women kiss with their eyes closed.
How do you know?
Well, because I have my eyes open.
Oh, I see.
I want to see what's going on. So
You have to open your eyes to figure out what's going on?
sometimes, yeah.
I understand. Okay. How many women kiss with their eyes open?
How many women kiss with their eyes open? I'd say it's going to be a fairly low number. I'd say 27 kiss with their eyes open.
27 out of 100 kiss with their eyes open. Laura.
Gosh, this is tough. I do not kiss many women.
I'm glad. But
I
how many?
think it's going to be higher. I like to kiss with my eyes open.
You kiss with your eyes open?
Yeah.
Does your husband?
So, yeah.
How do you know?
Because my eyes are open.
That's how I know, yeah. Okay, so you say it's going to be higher than that. The actual number of women who kiss with their eyes open is 14. No, it was not higher. Way lower. All right, Chris, here we go again. Now is the chance. See, you froze at that 6, and now you can change that base.
Change that card,
Sure.
yeah.
Your 6 now becomes a deuce.
All right, higher.
Higher than the deuce. Here he goes. It's a
Lower.
Lower for the game, and $100. It's a 5. There you have game number 1. The cards are working today, my friend. All right. Chris wins the first game. We'll be back to play game number 2 of this match to find out who's going to win that one. Don't go away. See you in a minute.
I've been pretty stable with my
175.
All right, let's begin game number 2 now. Our champion won the first game. Laura, you got to win this game in order to tie it up. So good luck to you. And the question goes to you, Laura. We surveyed 100 married men. We asked them, if you learned that your wife had had a one-night fling, but she swore that it would never happen again, would you forgive her? How many married men would forgive the one-night fling?
You know, I think that they may say they do, but deep down inside, they always remember that, and they never really trust you again. I think that it's low.
It's going to be low.
28.
28 out of 100 married men would forgive the one-night fling. Chris, higher or lower than that?
I think it's going to be higher because if you really love somebody and it's only one night, you will forgive them.
You know, forgive may be the word. Forget may be the other word. Let's see.
Let's forget.
The actual number of married men who would forgive the one-night fling is 60. It was higher. All right, Chris, here we go. Your card is this one. You won the high-low question, so you've got a 10. Change if you want to.
I'd like to change that card.
Change the 10. The 10 now becomes a 3.
All right, I'd like to go higher.
Higher than the 3. It's a jack.
I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go lower.
Lower than the jack. Your card is now a queen. No, did not happen for you. That means that Laura gets a free shot. And Laura, here's the card you must play off of. It's a 5.
Higher.
Higher than the 5. It's a 2. Oh, didn't happen. So we're tied up in this game. Whew, cards are tough now. Here we go, Chris. This one's yours. We surveyed 100 men in the United States Marines, and we asked them, did you cry during basic training? How many Marines admitted that they cried during basic training?
Marines, they're pretty tough individuals. I know a Marine. He's a friend of mine. And these guys don't cry. They may cry in front of their girlfriends, but they ain't going to cry in front of me. So I say it's got to be fairly low. How many Marines cried?
How many Marines admitted they cried during basic training?
I say it's got to be about 19.
19 out of 100. Laura, will the number be higher or lower than that?
You know, the Marine Corps they get tough men, but on the other hand, it's a pretty tough course, and I think that it's going to be just a little bit higher.
A little bit higher than 19. The actual number of Marines who cried during basic training is 35. You're right, it was higher. What an interesting question that was. Okay, Laura, you want to keep the 5? Want to change it?
Change that
Change
card.
that 5. Your 5 now becomes a king.
Thank you. Lower, please.
Lower than the king. Your card is an ace. No, the only card that could beat you. All right, Chris, you're playing off the 3. You get a free shot.
I'd like to go higher.
Higher than that. It's a queen.
I'm going to go lower.
Lower than the queen. It's a 4.
I'm going to go higher.
Higher than the 4. No. And there we go again. Right back to the original base cards where our 2 players remain. Wow. You guys make me nervous. High-low question for Laura. We surveyed 100 female secretaries. We asked them, would you rather work for a man or a woman? How many secretaries would rather work for a man? Laura?
Are these cute secretaries or ugly secretaries?
I didn't know there was an ugly secretary.
I think that most women would rather work for men. There's still that.
How many out of 100 do you think?
69.
69 out of 100. Women, secretaries, would rather work for a man. Chris, higher or lower?
Higher than that because they'd rather work with a man. I think
even
man's
higher
more
than
genial to
69?
work with. Yeah, I think it's going to be higher.
Actual number of secretaries who would rather work for a man is 78. You're right. It was higher, Chris. All right, Chris, going to keep that 3.
I'm going to go higher.
Higher than the 3. Your card is a jack.
All right, I'm going to go lower.
Lower than the jack. It's a 6.
I'm going to freeze there.
The man's going to freeze at the 6. Let's see if the strategy works because it keeps Laura away from the cards, and she's playing off the king there. Whew. Okay, we'll have our sudden death question when we come back, but first we must pause. See you in Card Sharks in just a moment.
This is the 2023.
Welcome back to Card Sharks. We don't have time to finish this game today, which means that tomorrow we're going to pick it up right here on our sudden death question, and the play of that question will decide who wins this game. Chris, if you win this game, well, then you go back to play the big money cards. If Laura wins the game,
my turn.
Yes, it's your turn, then we'll have a big tiebreaker game, and we'll go from there. So I know you'll both be back tomorrow.
Yes.
And we hope you'll be back tomorrow, too. Until then, I'm Bob Eubanks for Susanna Williams, Lacey Pemberton, Gene Wood, and the entire gang here at Card Sharks saying thank you very much for watching our show. We hope you enjoy it because we have a lot of fun doing it. Until next time, we'll see you then. Bye-bye, everybody.
Some of our departing contestants will receive Capture Your Best Memories with a Polaroid. The Sun 600 comes with carrying case and coupon for free film. And a silver serving tray and Bear. The more you hear, the more you read, the more you'll know why Bear is the wonder drug that works wonders. And a Magnavox AM/FM headset radio and Glade Fresh. Now there are 2 new ways to make your home a fresher place to be. Brisk Highland Blossom and airy April Meadows. And a watch, an Isodette spray and lozenges with benzocaine. Fast relief from sore throat pain. Sore throat, try Isodette. Use as directed. And a member of our studio audience will receive his and hers Classic Series Diamond Watches by Jules Jurgensen. Elegantly styled. His with 20 genuine diamonds, hers with 10. The Classic Series by Jules Jurgensen. This is Gene Good speaking for Kurt Sharks, a Mark Goodson television production.